There and welcome. Today, I am talking about the cycle of transformation. This is the core concept of everything that I do in my business for personal transformation, for business growth, relationships, health. It's everything. So I am excited to have this opportunity to share with you guys. So I'm going to pull up a slide and I'm going to take you through a little journey that I have experienced over and over and over. I'm talking thousands of times in my years of business and working with clients and even for myself. And just a little tidbit, I'm in a cycle of transformation right now. So if you are too, I think you will appreciate this. So let me pull up my slide and take you through this experience. Here we go. So first, by the way, my name is Kim Gilry. I'm an integrative mind-body coach and business mentor for healing-focused entrepreneurs. That is massage therapists and practitioners, health and wellness coaches, anyone who is helping their clients or themselves even live a more holistic life, how to improve their health, wealth, and relationships, how to connect spiritually and live a life of ease, flow, and individual freedom. So you can follow some of the other videos for my story, but for today, I want to keep it just focused on the cycle of transformation. So we first start with a vision. So you wake up one morning, or maybe it's the idea that you have before you go to bed at night. And it's like, it's got to be different. This has got to be different. I don't know who the heck I am. What am I doing in this house, in this life, in this body? There's got to be something else. So it starts with an idea. It starts with a thought, or maybe seeing someone else doing something that you think you could be doing. So this could be in business as well as in relationships. But I'm going to use business for the example today. And then I'll take you through how you would change that if it were maybe weight loss or a better relationship or a deeper spiritual life. So for me personally, I've been in business almost all of my life, except for my younger years. I opened my business in 1997 and have had multiple businesses since then. And I am also a mother of 5, a grandmother of 12. I've been married for 33 years, and half of those years I consider divorce. So I get all of this. So let's just say you're like, there's got to be more to life than just paying the bills. Let's just say you start with that. And there's an idea, like maybe it's direct sales, maybe it's coaching, entrepreneurship, maybe you want to go to massage school, you decide to go back to college and become a nurse, something. Then there's the very first thing that has to happen is, who am I to do this, right? And that's where we establish authority. Establishing authority is being comfortable with yourself as the person who can do this. So you have an idea, and then you have to believe that you are the authority of bringing that to fruition. So imagine, like when I first opened my business, it was a hair and nail salon, or was a nail and tanning salon, actually. And I had to become the authority in my community because it was a local brick and mortar. I had to establish authority. I had to get trainings. I had to get certifications. I had to go to school. And I established the authority by becoming licensed and taking educational classes. All right. I got certified. I was okay by the state, by the government, all of those things. The next thing is I had to brand. So I had to brand my business and give it a name, give it a face, like I was the face of the business. And I would say the very first time it was called it was Easy Tan. So it was just a tanning salon. And then we changed the name to Hands and Tans because I did nails and tanning. So that was my branding. Your branding is, how does someone recognize you in the marketplace? It could be your name. You can establish a personal brand, or it could be the brand of the business. What is it that you offer? Like Dairy Queen represents ice cream, right? McDonald's is burgers. So what is the brand? That within itself was really hard to make that decision. And I see this a lot with my coaches and clients, is establishing authority of, what is my specialty? What is my niche? Who do I really help? Very, very dramatic. It brings up a lot of stuff. What if I'm wrong? What if I can't do it? What if I invest and make a fool of myself? All of that happens. And that's where the shift in identity is. This is the part right here. This circle is where we often feel imposter syndrome because we haven't quite become the authority yet. Maybe we haven't become our ideal client yet. Maybe the product isn't completely working for us. Maybe we don't feel confident yet. So this shift in identity is going to happen to every single person every single time you go through this cycle of transformation. I can prove it to you. Let's just say instead of business, you use getting married or being a parent. You're going to go through all of this again. I am the authority of this relationship. This is who I am as the person. That's the brand. And then there's this instant, oh crap, can I do it? What if I can't? What if I fall? Oh my God, I don't know what I got myself into. Can you all relate to that? So there is a shift in identity because we have not yet embodied confidence in the brand and in the authority. This is very normal. If you are in business, you will go through this. If you are in a relationship, you will go through this. I swear to you, no matter if you have a body, you have a brain, you have a mind, you will have this. Next is very, very often, more often than not, a shift in physical health. This is how I became a mind-body coach, is I was experiencing a lot of physical health. I've had over 15 surgeries, 24 years of medication, over a dozen diagnoses, and I was on a journey to heal myself. So the vehicle for me was self-healing. I went on a personal, private journey, went through lots of healing modalities. I really got into holistic stuff. I became a health coach, a yoga teacher, meditation practitioner, massage therapist, hypnotherapist. I was taking care of my own needs, and the community that I lived in, which was a very medically minded community, was not helping me. I was having a lot of struggle in my physical health. And so that led me to my own self-healing journey. And then in my business, I became a practitioner of self-healing. And I now train health and wellness practitioners how to help their clients heal their bodies with their mind. So that's the shift in physical health. You can identify or get the transformation by noticing the manifestations of the body. And so very often, headaches, neck, shoulder, thyroid trouble, hip, knee, ankle, foot pain. Chronic pain is a representation or an exterior mirror to what is happening mentally and emotionally inside, whether we are suppressing, whether we are living in an oppressed environment, or if it is completely repressed, something that was brought up early on that we couldn't handle, and it has now been repressed in the unconscious. Suppressed is, you are hiding the shame, you are hiding the ever being exposed, and that's in the subconscious. And then consciously, we're just saying what we think, but this other stuff that's running beneath the surface is actually what's creating the chronic pain and the physical issues. So we teach about this in all of my containers, in my coach training, as well as training massage therapists, wellness practitioners, how to help their clients receive this personal transformation themselves through knowledge, understanding, and integration. The next thing that we see happen is a shift in relationship. And guys, this doesn't have to be in this exact order. Sometimes the relationship stuff comes up first. Sometimes the body stuff comes up first. The shift in relationship is coming from you and your loved ones, your friends, family, and environment. Maybe it's your previous clients, or at one point are on the same frequency. So you understand things the same. Your perception is the same. You complain about the same things. You're excited about the same things. And then suddenly one of you, typically the person going through this, has a shift and they see things different. They understand differently. So that shift in mindset, in perception, in the way that you view the glasses that you wear in this world, now creates this shift in frequency. And so you say something and they see you as the older version of yourself, that older identity, the way that you used to be, because you look the same, right? Let's say you went on a retreat, or you took some kind of course, or you read a book and you're just like, wow, I never saw things that way. Oh my God, everyone needs to know this. And you go out and tell everyone that you love. You cannot contain it. You can't keep it to yourself. And you tell them, but they haven't been through the same transformation as you. And so they're like, what is happening with her? That girl has flipped it, right? And then you feel like an outcast. You feel like you don't belong. You feel like no one understands you. So this shift in relationship is huge. And it's because there has been a shift within your relationship with yourself, with spirit, with source, with the way that you see the world. So the next thing that I see is a shift in finances. And that is because many of us come from limited resources. So we have been taught that there's not enough. And if someone else has it, then we can't get it. And this is scarcity. Scarcity is the fear of not having enough. Some of us have this in the kitchen. So it could be in food, like I need to save my leftovers. I may not ever get this again. I shouldn't waste. There are people starving elsewhere. If I have it, then they won't have it. I'm taking it away from someone else. These are mindset shifts that happen, and then it creates shifts in your finance. And then suddenly you're in a state of abundance. You're in the flow of currency. And that again will separate you from the relationships and the way that you believed in the relationships before. So there's a lot of dissonance. Dissonance is two conflicting beliefs. So when you try to stay in the same environment or the same relationships, those people no longer think like you. And so you're trying to think this new, high-minded, conscious, enlightened way where there is no lack, that everything is available. And then your environment has not changed their perception. So dissonance is that space in between. It's very confusing. It's hard. And that's where a lot of this stuff will come up in the shift in identity and the shift in physical health, is there's a lot of resistance. Because if I am the new version of myself, they won't like me. I'm going to die. I'm going to live by myself. I'm going to die under a bridge. I'm going to be excommunicated from the tribe. All of these things come up. So what I have done, because of seeing this over and over and over in my 28 years of business and my 32 years of personal growth and transformation, especially having so many kids and being married for so long, and I had a lot of childhood stuff to overcome, and I live in an environment that's basically oppressed. There's a lot of lack and disbelief. And so I went on a mission to train other practitioners in these specialties, how to help with confidence, embodying confidence and releasing the imposter syndrome, how to create this new, I'll say, alignment with the mindset and the body. Imagine this. I think about the soul is so much bigger than us. And so I was like, I am here to play. I want to go out and do all of these things. And then our mindset, or our limited mindset and our belief system, crunches in and bunkers down. And it's like, no, you can't. They'll hate you. They'll talk about you. They'll judge you. You shouldn't do it. And so there's this resistance between the two. So you have this expansion, and then you have this compression, this mental compression. That's all for safety, just trying to keep you alive, right? The mind does this. And so imagine that the hinges of the body are busting, and the soul, or the soul's, the essence, is growing and going and wanting to be free, to live in ease and to express and to be an individual in an individual experience. And then everything in us is like, that is not safe. We resist it because we're afraid to fail. We're afraid that people are going to make fun of us. And so there's that resistance just steadily happening. And it's almost like busting through the physical body. And so we have trouble with our eyes, with our voice. We're afraid to speak up. I'll often see people with neck and shoulder stuff. And I love training massage therapists in this so that they can understand and help their clients heal this chronic stuff. It's in the hip, it's in the knees, it's in the joints. It's the fear of going forward, of thrusting forward in life, not being able to digest what's happening, having a lot of internal digestive issues, neck, back, shoulder, all of this stuff, headaches, compression from pressure, trying to keep the pressure in and down. And it's got to come out somewhere. And we haven't been taught to express. We haven't been taught to be transparent. We've actually been taught to hide it and to be ashamed of it and not let anyone know about it. And so that's where the resistance shows up physically. I hope you understand this. Let me know in the comments, chats, or whichever group you're finding this in, if this makes sense to you or whoever shared this video with you. The next thing that happens is once you have this greater understanding, you've now embodied the new version, the new identity of yourself. And now you have soul alignment. So it's like source and self. Whew, I made it. I didn't die. I got it together. Maybe you invested and you got your money back. Maybe your relationship made it through the next hurdle. Maybe your friendship is actually still in existence, or you've made peace with it not being, right? And so this is when you become this vision. And there's a moment of, oh, I'm never doing that again. This is enough. That was hell. I went through a roller coaster ride. It was too much. I never want to do that again. That's what we think. But guys, this cycle of transformation never ends. If you stop, you revert back to old habits and behavior, therefore back to the old identity. And that is why it's so hard to maintain change. So whoever is sharing this video with you, reach out to them, tell them, let them know if it makes sense, depending on if you're working with imposter syndrome and embodying confidence, if you're working with a mind body coach that's helping you physically with what's happening in your body whenever you're creating this change, if it's in your relationships, or if it's in your finances. So the point of this video here is to explain what is happening so that you have a better understanding. That's it. That's what I got for you today. Guys, this has been years of my work put together in one slide. I have seen this over and over, so many people struggling with change and transformation. And it's because the way that the brain works, it's just a defense mechanism. It's meant to protect us. It's meant to keep us safe. The problem is it prevents us from growing. It keeps the old identity safe. But if you've made the decision that you want to get out of lack, out of scarcity, you want to feel free in your body, you want to have freedom to express yourself individually, you want to become more of yourself, you want to do something big in the world, and this stuff comes up and it stops you, it freaks you out, and then you go into hiding so that you don't have to expose that shame. I want to offer you something different. Are you willing to see it through a different lens? Are you willing to understand that it's just the way it happens? It's just the way it works, and that you can help yourself, and you can receive support from someone else who can help you become more of you. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below if you are watching this on a video in one of the social media channels and you want to reach out to one of the coaches or to myself to know more. Maybe you have heard this from the More Than Mindset community, the podcast, or on Facebook or social media channels. I am so excited to connect with you and help you transform, whether that's through me or one